Phil.
Well, it feels great, especially after the week we've just endured. That was a welcome relief, a lot of positive things. I thought we wrestled sound all weekend, and actually if you drew it up and said, what's your maximum potential with guys, we might have almost reached that with 9 medals, 6 in the finals, 3 champs. I mean, you start looking at that, with no 7-pounder and 2 young guys at 72 and 89, we probably did hit as far up as we could. So luckily that was enough.
You're missing one of your best studs in Nate Roth. Imagine if you have him. I think that gap going into the finals is a little wider.
Yeah, but you know what? I always say, you peak at the right time. It's not time for him yet. Good things come to those who wait. I got to do what's right for him, not me. And what's right for him is to give him his best chance to make his run one time. We felt we had enough firepower to do this if we wrestled hard, and we were right. But there's a lot of good teams there. I thought Franklin Regional did a great job. I thought Hempfield did a great job. The score never changed all weekend. Right. Penn Trafford was sneaking up. So I thought this was one of the best county tournaments in a long time, to be honest, action-packed wise.
Speaking of one of the best county tournaments, one of the best finals in the matches and heavyweight bout. What was it like to sit in a corner on that one? We saw you running for your life.
Well, yeah, I'm not going to catch those guys.
You could at least stop.
I'm not afraid, but I'm not dumb. That's like a locomotive coming at you. I just found it interesting. I've been here a long time. I wrestled in these finals twice. I've coached for Mount Pleasant and Latrobe. I've rarely seen a heavyweight match bring the crowd to their feet because they were wrestling. Mm-hmm. And those two guys were just like trading punches back and forth, and we won the ultimate ride out because we scored first is really what that probably comes down to.
Yeah. Coach, I don't mean to kick you out of here, but you can come back over and get the picture with your team. Is that
okay,
you guys?
We'll do.
Yep, go head over there. We'll come back with you. Coach Mears is back. Coach, talk a little bit, obviously it was a challenging week for not just your family at home, but it's obviously the family goes into the wrestling room over there. Talk about the support and all the outreach.
Well, and look, the wrestling boosters are amazing. They're sending food every other day, and I like food.
I might come over too.
Come on over. But I think the message they're sending is they don't trust my cooking. A shout out to my wife.
Yeah,
I mean, I love her dearly. Been together 35 years of our life. She just won her biggest wrestling match.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that was the real wrestling match this week inside the picture. Mm-hmm. These guys, I got a little emotional. They just presented the trophy to me and Brock and saying this was for Mrs. Mears. Yeah, that's just how tight we are, and it humbles you. But at the same time, I realize the camaraderie you have and built, and when you work with a group of kids, those are special memories you'll have forever.
Coach, moving forward, you're getting into part 2 of your season, the second half. What's the story moving forward?
Well, I think we're going to take a little break here soon, a couple of days off the mats. Coming out of Pirate and then Hempfield, then Counties, and Connellsville Wednesday's next. Yeah, that's what we'll focus on Wednesday. And we'll breathe a little because we're not going to Virginia now next weekend. We don't have anything except the Gateway Senior Night, January 25th, till the playoffs. So accidentally, we have a nice 3-week window to finally get everyone healthy, do a little cross-training, some swimming, some lifting, fix mistakes, drill some, because once the season started so early in December this year with moving up a week, you don't have time to – you got to get in shape. You don't even have time to teach much before things. You got to go. Mm-hmm. So we weathered this, and now we can actually get out some film. Let's fix some mistakes. Let's work on things. So we're actually looking forward to getting healthy.
Yeah, Nate's, for sure.
Nate's chirping. He's like a dog on a leash. He wants to snap off that leash. So I think it'll be exciting the second half.
Well, we're excited to watch him get back out there because he is electric.
Yes, he is.
And I know before you said that you're really keeping Nate's health in mind here because it's not so much, for you, but for the health of him. But can you give any type of timeline on when maybe his big debut is going to be when he's on the mat? Because we thought that he was going to go against Hempfield because I was like, oh, wait. I was like, look, he's out there warming up. I was like, he's out.
Yeah.
He was like, no, he's not. I was like, he's right there.
Soon.
It's going to be a surprise, and we just got more good news from the Matt Cats that Vinny is now the outstanding wrestler of the tournament. So a little exclamation point on the tournament, his performance, and he's earned it throughout his career.
I was going to say, I think that's more of a career accomplishment these coaches have seen. 3-time champion. He just wrestles so hard from start to finish. Honestly, you might have better supposedly technical wrestlers, whatever you want to say. I've never coached a wrestler with that nasty instinct.
Tenacity.
And can do it for 6 straight minutes.
Yeah.
That's what separates him, I think, a little bit from other people, and that's why he's going to Ohio State. I mean, He's a Division I guy, but it's just his tenacity. He's never satisfied.
Yeah.
He was getting angry at the blood side. Not at the opponent. He's getting angry at the situation. He couldn't get it going because it kept pausing. But I think the coaches know him. He's such a personal young guy. These coaches know Vinny. To win this county tournament, honestly, 3 straight years in a row, and then pin everyone his way through it, that's probably a culmination vote, really, at the end of the day.
And people might be asking, why isn't Vinny a 4-time champ? Well, what people don't know is Vinny was a freshman state champ, but what they don't know, he never won a tournament.
Right.
He
That
lost
was
to
the only
Briar Priest
tournament he ever won
in the finals.
That year
And he
was the
lost
state
pretty
tournament.
big. Briar beat the crap out of him. I think it was like 11-1. He lost the section, lost the whips, and he goes on and wins the state
Well, we
title.
use that to tell our kids all the time. Just because you lose somebody once doesn't mean you have to lose to them every single time you ever
Right.
wrestle.
Yep.
That comes up quite often.
For sure. I mean, we saw a lot of redemption this weekend.
Yeah, Bronson beat a kid for 5th to beat him the first night. I mean, that's what they need to learn to do because, just like I said, if somebody beats you once, that doesn't mean they're going to beat you the next 16 times.
Good deal. That's head coach Mark Mears.
Yeah,
Coach,
thank
go
you.
home
Yeah,
with
Coach,
your wife,
congratulations.
celebrate, give her a hug and a kiss from us, and I know you got lots of food waiting for you at home.
I'm sure. Thank you.